The purpose of this exercise is to isolate proper hip and knee hinging without having to worry about your feet or ankles. The goal is to fold and fan your body using purely leg muscles with an emphasis on the backs of your legs. This exercise can be used as a static hold position and as a dynamic exercise. It is the building block of the more functional standing squats. It is best to do this exercise with a mirror showing your side profile. Start in a tall kneeling position on the floor or on a thin yoga mat. Your goal is to be able to draw a straight line from your armpit through the midline of your trunk, through your hip, down to your knee, and have your knees be at a 90-degree angle. This is position 1. Your glute should be working to push your pelvis forward into the tension in the front of your thighs. Meanwhile, your diaphragm and abs should be working to keep your torso backward in a neutral spine position. Finally, your head and neck should be lengthened upward. Spend a few minutes trying to find position 1. Most people will lean their torso backward as they try to push their hips forward to compensate for their tightness and avoid having to use their abs. Strive to use your gut and butt and look like an easy stick man to draw with a hip angle of 180 degrees and a 90-degree angle at the knees. Movement 1 is to properly fold at the hip using your legs and abs to lower you. Place your hands on your stomach, one above the other. Now imagine you are wearing a really long necklace with a lead ball on the end. The ball should touch the ground right between your knees and stay there throughout the whole movement. Slowly tip your hips backward and keep your upper torso forward. Try to feel the muscles in the backs of your legs from your sits bones to the backs of your knee help lower your butt to your heels as you keep the lead ball over the same point between your knees. This is position 2. How you perform this movement and hold this position will depend on your body type. Some will hinge all in their low backs instead of their hips. Some will hinge way too far in their hips and fold right in half. Still others will brace the heck out of their back and keep their body perfectly vertical the whole time. No matter how you are starting, the end goal is the same. Get to position 2 by hinging in your hips and knees. For the people that tend to hinge in their backs instead of their hips, you need to learn to use your hip flexors and lower abdominals to help the movement. As you sit back into the movement, attempt to draw your pubic bone down to the floor and back towards your heels. The further down you get, the stronger you will have to work at this. It should feel like your low abs are working and your hips are stretching a bit. Your torso should end up at about 45-degree angle to the ground, and your imaginary necklace should fall between your knees. For the other groups, you need to focus on finding a neutral spine in your trunk and work at getting your butt to your heels while your trunk is forward at 45 degrees. The tendency is to either fold way too far and have your butt flying up in the air off your heels, or to stay perfectly erect and sit back on your heels. Find that 45 degrees and work to sink down into your hips. Your thighs may be really tight in position 2, but this will be a good stretch for you and a range that you need to learn to attain. From position 2, try to connect the muscles from your sits bones to the backs of your knees. These should engage to start lifting your body and pushing your pelvis forward. As the backs of your legs work to push your pelvis forward, your diaphragm and abs should stabilize your trunk. The action of your legs should lift your torso upward to straight. Avoid using your back to lift your chest up. Let your legs do the work. As you approach the top, remember what you did to achieve position 1. Your glutes should be working to push your pelvis forward into the tension of the front of your thighs. Meanwhile, your diaphragm and abs should be working to keep your torso backward. Finally, your head and neck should be lengthened upward. Pause in this position and look in the mirror to make sure you have achieved position 1. Then repeat this movement for 1 to 2 minutes, focusing on what you feel. If you are a person that tends to hinge in your spine, finish the exercise by holding position 2 for 30 seconds. If you are a back bracer, finish this exercise by holding position 1 for 30 seconds. You will notice that the movement from position 2 to position 1 is the same functional movement pattern seen in the bridge and the standing squat.